even further beyond!
Yes, sir. My name's Zakashi, man. We got an important video here. Very, very important video here, man. Should you summon, man? We got two big units coming, two big banners coming. The festival has actually starting, bro. You need to know where you need to allocate your CC. You need to know if you're going to allocate your CC somewhere. You need to know when to allocate your CC. But it's probably people made their mind up already, but I feel like the information in this video is still going to be something you want to consider, because I still like to try give people the best options, especially if they're free to play. And even if you're not free to play, you don't want to be spending CC recklessly. We got these two banners here. We got Legends Festival Call of Hope, Legends Festival Beyond the Trust. We got Trunks and LF Sword of Hope Trunks and a Goku Black Zamasu assist. Zamasu Goku Black assist is crazy. And then we also got the new biggest thing here. We got an LF Goku and Vegeta Blue. Not an assist unit, but they have like a tag where they like switch out and they can switch elements on that. They get buffs on that, and it's not really a switch element, but like they change up the game. It's completely different. They don't have a main ability. They just switch characters. It's like two units in one. It's crazy. And alongside them, obviously, you've got the Broly there. You can see. In this video, I'm going to try to give the best advice possible. Take it as you wish. If you made your mind up, that's very understandable. The hype is insane. Festival is here, like I said. Just to let you guys know, I'll be summoning in the morning as soon as the banner drops. So make sure to tune in, man. Summon with me. It'll be a good time. Literally, 6 AM, I'm there. I'll be live at least 30 minutes before or an hour. I'll be summoning straight away as soon as it's up. Like, honestly. So tune in. I'm gonna leave it like that though. Let's actually get into the video. Press the subscribe button if you haven't already. We're on this grind to 25,000 subscribers, yes sir. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm not trying to hold you guys up too long. There's a lot I've got to say in this video, so let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing I actually want to go into is reasons why you shouldn't summon, or at least reasons why you should delay your summon. Every time a banner comes out, knowing that there is often a lot of value in the banner, or if there's value that you're considering and not really sure about, here's one reason why you should at least wait. Not saying that you shouldn't summon, but you should at least wait. You can see that the banner is actually released tomorrow from the day I'm recording this, so that's the 24th of November. Both of them 24th. But they finish on the 18th of January 2022. That's a very, very long time. So you have a very long time to invest into these banners. It's not something you need to summon on day one if you're very unsure. But that's just to point that out, that in case we get something insane later in the future, or very soon in the future, which I'm going to speak on right now, you would want to hold your CC. And the reason I'm saying that is because I feel like it's very apparent that they're actually dropping the value of Legends Limited characters so much to release something bigger, which is literally what almost everybody's been talking about, an summonable Ultra. Toshi literally said Omega Shenron is going to be the last free-to-play Ultra for a while. So, given that they've released so much stuff for Legend Limited characters, the Z power around the place, I wrote some notes, Z power in the weekend banner, the pity system, there's Hoi Poi, the Sparking Limit Break banners, there's so many places to get LLZ power. It just shows that they're actually dropping the value of Legend Limited characters because they're easier to get now. So that actually just hints at the fact that we'll get something bigger very soon. So if you dump all your CC in here, you won't be ready for whatever drops next, whether it's a summonable Ultra or something even bigger, let's just say. But I feel like that's a very big reason not to summon straight away, at least, so that whatever comes out in December, you can at least choose between the two banners so you know which one has more value for you. Christmas is a very big time for Legend. They usually drop something hype as Festival, not gonna lie. And they also have other big banners where you can just grab lots of units like that. That New Year's thing that they just gave out Legend Limited just like that, the Happy Bags, was crazy. So that's just something for you guys to consider. Take that how you wish. If you still wish to summon, that's fine, but I'm just putting that out there so you don't just brush it over your head. At least you heard it here first. I feel like it's good advice. Let me know what you guys think and let me know what you guys are going to do. But now that's reasons why you shouldn't summon. Let's get into reasons why you should summon. Now for reasons why you should summon, yeah, there's quite a few. The first one, I feel like it's the biggest thing, the leader slot update. It doesn't matter what team you run, you're actually going to be eating good, bro. Your regeneration main, you can still summon for Trunks and use him on that team. Your Goku, your God Key main, you can still summon for Zamasu, and well, Zamasu's Goki, that would be a good example. Let's just say your movies, man, you can still summon for Zamasu, you know what I'm saying? And you can put them as the leader slot and it would still work because there's so much freedom in the team creations that you can have. That's a very big reason why you should summon. Alone, just that alone, you can actually chase your favorite characters even if you run a different team, which allows so much more freedom in team creations. It's just very much fun and doesn't limit you to having one team as a free-to-play character, a free-to-play player, sorry. Apart from that, these banners are so valuable. They have 3 times the Z power, 30% sparking drop rate. You're going to be getting sparkings like that, animations just like that, back to back to back to back. It's crazy. If you get one pull of a sparking character or LF character, that's 1800 Z power. You only need 6 pulls of the same character to actually 14 star them in this banner. That's how valuable it is. And we've seen some of the characters on the screen right now. So you can see on the Trunks one, the Call of Hope one, you see Future Han, you might want to get him very high. One pull, that's 1800, that's crazy. SSBE, a lot of people missed out on him. Rose, a lot of people like him, but they didn't actually summon on him during the time he came out. On this one, we've got Gogeta Blue. That's someone I'm chasing. Maybe you want to main LOE, there's Frieza there, and Broly. Like, I feel like that's a very big reason, just the fact that there's so many high rates is brazy. Another factor, I feel like the biggest factor for a lot of people, Goku and Vegeta's animations are crazy, and they're the first type of a certain type of unit, which is the tag thing. So they don't have a main ability, they just switch, so it's like 2 characters in one. That alone is a big reason to summon, in my opinion. Very much of a reason I'm going into that banner more than the other one, but both banners are just so valuable. Generally, you're going to get sparkings like that because of the rate, and on top of the fact that you're going to get so much Z power for every single pull. It's insane. And finally, it's just your personal reasons, man. No one should tell you don't summon just because something better would come. If you want to get this character, go ahead. It's a game, enjoy it. That's how I feel like you should play the game. Of course, you should use sense. So that if you summon just because you enjoy something and you want it, you shouldn't complain later that you didn't have access to something or you didn't have an amount of it. As long as you're sensible and you're just doing what you do because you want that character and you like that character, that's fine. Do it for your own reasons, man. This is just a guide as to what I feel like is good advice at the end of the day. Now, we're going to get into the characters in brief so that you can actually see what they can do. They actually drop them in the reveals. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm just going to point out like the main points, and it should be on the screen as well so you can look at them. So I'm actually going to start here with Goku Black. I'm not going to touch the EXs. I feel like there's no point. You're not summoning for EXs, but if you get them, that's a plus. Zamasu Goku Black assist, their arts card is beautiful. He gets tankier as the timer counts increase, so the further he goes on in the game, he'll have more damage reduction. He seals main ability on switching, that happens 2 times. He restores ally health and increases their strike cards damage each switch out. So it's like a Vados but specifically for strike cards. He gets draw speed, reduces key on cover change. His green card actually increases damage dealt to Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans, which is actually really good and it makes sense. He takes Vanish Gauge instantly when you pop his green, and that happens 1 time, but that's a very big deal. You can get a lot of damage off by doing that. And his blue takes a Dragon Ball every time you land it. I feel like that's very, very solid. You'll see the screenshots on the screen as well if you want to read it in full detail. But overall, those are the main bits I took out. I feel like Goku Black's a very good unit. He's a defense type, I believe, as well. So you might actually want to use him on your Godki team. But like I said, the leader slot, it don't even matter. You can put him anywhere, bruh. It's beautiful. Next, we're going into Broly. So we're going to do the first 2 side characters. Broly, he does extra damage to Saiyans. He gets 60% special move damage. Blue card when he switches in on the first time, kind of like how VB gets a green card when he switches in first time. Damage inflicted 80% and reduces damage received by 30%, but those are cancelable, so just bear that in mind, but it happens every time he comes in. Main nullifies cover changes and draws a strike cards. Draws a strike. He also restores health by 15% and all of that. That's his main ability, and I guess if it's valuable to you, Paragus has an animation cameo in his windscreen, so that's just something extra. I feel like Broly's a bit more bland, but that's just to put it out there. One of the goats for the reveal, we got LF Sword of Hope Trunks. He takes hits to recharge his gauge, which is actually quite interesting because if you're just soloing, you're not actually getting beaten, you're not going to be doing as much damage. But then if you get comboed, you can get Rise and Rush instantly. I don't know how I feel about that, but that's just how it works. He reduces ki, increases health, plus damage, ultimate damage, and draw speed when his gauge fills up. He has a strike cover change and you can combo blues into it. He gets extra buffs if you have 2 Vegeta clans or 2 future clans, or you just have to have one of both together. So 1 future clan, one future team member, 1 Vegeta clan. You could also do that, and you'd actually get a number of buffs that actually help out Trunks. So I believe he gets endurance if you have those requirements met. If his gauge hits a 0, if his health hits 0 while he has that endurance, he would actually fill up his gauge 100% straight away. So he'd only have the endurance if you're running him on future or Vegeta clan. Basically, that's how you get the maximum benefit out of him, and I like that they did that, so people don't just run him on hybrids. You won't get the maximum benefit out of it if you use him on hybrids, which is pretty a W. And if he causes an endurance, a revival character to actually revive, he'd actually make them come back to life with 30% more health. So I feel like Cell's the best example to use because he revives with 100% health. So when Cell revives, if Trunks killed him and caused him to revive, Cell would come back with 70% instead of 100. Pretty solid if you ask me, but nothing too crazy. And the ultimate has type neutral if he's a last stand unit. Just something extra. Trunks is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. But I will have to see how that gauge thing works. And I feel like they've actually locked him in to actually run on future or Vegeta clan. But I feel like that makes sense given how strong hybrids is. Finally here, the GOATs, we've got Goku and Vegeta. They have a tag in, so they're actually 2 characters in one, and they switch out in between. They don't have a main ability, but you press the main ability thing and they actually switch out. So Goku starts at the beginning, I believe, and then it switches out to Vegeta. When they switch out, their element basically applies differently. So what happens is that they actually reverse the elements on switch. So originally he's going to be purple, whoever's in first is going to start as a purple, and then you do damage to greens as usual, and yellows will do damage to you. However, when you switch characters, it would now be that you actually take, you're actually stronger against yellows, and you actually take more damage against greens as a purple. So it doesn't actually change your element, it does the reverse of what a purple would be, if that makes sense. Hopefully you grasp that well. So essentially it would be that your green would give you more damage, yellow will give you less damage if you was to switch out. It's on the screen as well, so you can reread it if it doesn't make sense to you. On top of that, he gets draw speed. The switch actually works on the gauge, so you fill up the gauge by doing strike hearts, which is pretty cool. He has a strike cover. They have a strike cover change. I can't just say he because there's 2 of them. Strike cover change that can combo into a blue. He buffs per strike and blast on top of filling up the gauge with him with arts cards, so you get key and health. The blue card, you get a blue card when you do a green card. I believe that activates 1 time, and it reduces health restore for enemy time accounts for 30 time accounts. And then the blue is a close range blue card, which nullifies enemies restore when health reaches 0 events, so endurance. Overall, it looks beautiful, everybody looks beautiful, but that's all of their kits. Now let's get into my final advice as to whether these are actually worth your summoning, which one's more valuable. So to conclude the should you summon, the one I feel is more valuable overall, like blatantly, is the future banner. It's just more valuable overall. The LS we see in the background, Future Hunt, SSB, and Rose, those characters clear the 3 we see in the back: Broly, Gogeta Blue, and the Frieza. I feel like that's just blatantly clear. On top of the fact that I feel like Trunks and Goku Black Zamasu's kits are better than Broly and the Goku and Vegeta one. Even though the Goku and Vegeta is probably the coolest one out of all of the characters that we see. There are going to be some Legend Limits characters that are also on the banner that we can't see, and we don't know what Sparkins are specifically going to be on the banner yet, but there'll probably be a lot. But it doesn't really matter because everything's going to be rated at 30% and triple Z power. So regardless, you're going to get your money's worth, you're going to get your CC's worth. But overall, I feel like the future banner has more value. But personally, for me, I'm going for the actual Beyond the Trust, or the Goku and Vegeta one, because the new mechanic to me is just insane. I do care about Trunks. Trunks is my favorite character, but like, I gotta focus on what I use, you know what I'm saying? I use God Key more than I'll ever use hybrids. I know Trunks works on Future, but I don't use that team either. And he also works in Vegeta Clan, and I don't have that build at all. So it also depends on what team you use, obviously. But I generally overall see more value in the Trunks banner, even though I'm going into the Goku and Vegeta banner just simply because of the new mechanic with the tag. I feel like that's so valuable, and I need to have it. I just need to have it, on top of the fact that I want to really start Gogeta Blue because I'm a Fusion main. I think that's my overall consensus, but I still feel like if you're very much free to play, you should wait for the Christmas banners so you can see what's coming. making sure that you don't spend all your CC, even though they're going to give out a lot of CC. 5 raids, 5 weeks, you're going to get 5k CC just like that, and that's not including everything else. So it's not a thing where you should necessarily worry, but I will say that you should be prepared for the future, where I definitely feel like they'll drop a summonable ultra. If I was to bet who it is, MUI Goku or Super Gogeta, it's got to be one of them in my opinion for a summonable ultra. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys are gonna do. You're probably gonna summon anyways, but it's just here to start the discussion and give some advice for people that might be unsure. Press that subscribe button if you haven't already on this grind to 25,000 subscribers. All my social media links on the top of the screen. It's the YouTube channel. We've got a Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below, man. Second channel is also up if you want to check that out. Doing some GTA San Andreas there, just to point that out. Hopefully you guys get good summons. Link in the description for the second channel as well. I'll be streaming in the morning, like I said. This video is getting a bit too long. I'm gonna leave it like that. My name is Zakashi, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Please, lend me your energy!